sit there laughing at me at the petrol station? I'll inconvenience you even more. A few years ago, I pulled into my local petrol station, where all the pumps were in use. I waited behind a van, only for the driver to stroll leisurely out of the shop, ignoring the queue. He joined another van driver, clearly a friend, and they stood chatting by the pumps, laughing arrogantly at those of us waiting. After 5 infuriating minutes of their game, they finally drove off. The van had the plasterer's name and phone number plastered across it. I took note, feeling petty. Weeks later, I called him, pretending to need a quote for boarding and skimming an entire house. Excited by the big job, he eagerly agreed to visit a rundown property nearby, which had recently sold at auction. He showed up as planned, but I wasn't there. After his calls and messages went unanswered, I eventually called back, apologizing with an excuse about an emergency. He rescheduled, and I stood him up again. When I finally called to apologize once more, I casually mentioned how it reminded me of waiting at a petrol station while some idiot and his friend held everyone up. The penny dropped. His furious ranting had me in fits of laughter. I spent a few weeks dodging abusive texts, but eventually, he gave up. Hopefully, he learned that actions have consequences.